Can you carry me?
I'm going to touch myself and cast light.
Cyrus, no!
I trust your whiskey taste. I trust your judgment.
So it can speak. We get its tongue now.
I'm not sure there's been an occasion where any of us have been particularly stealthy.
It probably wouldn't have worked, but we should have tried. Why are we so stupid?
I think the lesson from this is that I need to stop listening to you guys.
And it's at this moment we realize the DM is an idiot. Hello everyone, and welcome to the 13th session of As Below, So Above. Where we last left our heroes, they were on Babel's Bridge fighting for their lives. 3 of the party members are currently paralyzed, and the other 3 are scared shitless. I believe we ended last session after we finished one round of combat, so we'll pick it right back up with the top of combat, which is Conrad. And Conrad, you are paralyzed.
Yeah. All right.
And yes, it is for 1 minute, but you can make the save to not be paralyzed, and it's DC 13 Constitution.
Love that -5 on my constitution. First roll of the day. Let's see what we got.
Nat
Come
20.
on!
That's a 6 on the die, which makes it a 1.
Moving right along, Jens, it's your turn. If you recall from last time, you are feeling quite sickly right now.
Yes,
As
the
well as being
humors
paralyzed.
are very poorly balanced.
Yes. The humors are way out of balance.
All right, I have a question for the team because this is a very, very important roll. I've got all my dice charging, they're all set to 20. I've got gold, crimson red, red and black and blue.
Gold.
Gold.
Gotta go for the gold.
All right. There's the gold one. Here we go. Cocked. Nope.
Cool.
How bad was it?
6 on the die becomes a 1.
Hey. Winning.
I just want to say right now, I refuse to Deus Ex Machina you guys out of this situation, so. Moving right along.
I respect your integrity.
Moving right along, it's Hotsy's turn. Who's not
And I believe
paralyzed.
I am not paralyzed. Woo!
You're not paralyzed.
Must be nice.
Must
And
be
you're
nice
right
indeed.
here. There is one of those floating bat heads right here.
And that's within this reach of my battle axe.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I shall attack it. A big swing. Ooh, that is the big swing. So that's going to be 18 on the die plus 4. So that's a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, you know that hits.
Just
But
hits.
yes. Just
Just
hits.
hits.
And let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna use my distracting strike, where when I hit a creature with the weapon attack, I can use my superiority die, which I have 1, to distract the creature, so it's gonna give my allies an opening. So I also added 1d6 to the damage, and the next roll it has advantage for someone attacking it other than me.
Pati, before you do this, you do note that this creature is very hurt.
Okay.
Just before you
I-
commit to doing that, you do notice that the creature is very hurt.
In that case, I'll save that, my distracting
Okay.
strike, for
Okay.
potentially another creature. It is going to be a total of 7 on the die, so it's more than 7 damage. I don't know if I want to have to calculate the exact.
Don't worry about the
Okay.
exact 7 damage does it. You cleave one of this creature's wings straight off, and it starts spiraling down into the valley and crashes into the bones, and you see a white poof of dust come up
Nice.
a few moments later as you completely end that guy's whole life.
Cheers. And I'm guessing there's nothing I can do to help my paralyzed friends.
Unfortunately, not. Especially given you don't have like an action to do anything right now.
Carry us to freedom.
Carry us to freedom right now. Unfortunately, it's not my MO.
Fair enough. No.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm
We'll be
just a little
fine.
guy.
We'll be fine. We got it.
Speaking of little guys, it's Orpheus's turn now.
Okay. I think we went through this last time, but I'm not really sure. Am I close enough to anyone to heal them?
The people you're closest to is Samson and Vero, both of which I believe don't have any damage types, but Vero, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Samson has 1 damage type, it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any damage. I'm just paralyzed.
Cool. I will first inspire Cyrus,
Yeah.
which will hopefully
Nice.
unparalyze him.
Love
And
that.
then I will try to heal the damage type from Samson.
Okay. Go
So
ahead and
that's-
roll the medicine check.
Nope.
All right. Samson is still pierced by something.
All right.
And with that, it takes us to Samson, the man himself. In Samson's absence, I will operate the character. Samson is not within reach of something, but Orpheus, are you hurt at all?
I do not believe so. No, I
Does
am
not
not.
look like you are. Yeah. So Samson is going to carefully set down his big bonking stick, very carefully, and take out the sling, or actually, no, take out one of the hand axes and try and throw it at the specter that's floating over there in the corner, the green cloak guy. So Samson throws his axe and it does not seem to do any damage to the specter, but miraculously, in almost a fluke of a throw, it bounces off the specter and lands right back at Samson's feet.
Amazing.
And doesn't go over the bridge into the
The
abyss.
classic boomerang hand axe.
I give
Yeah.
him like a round of applause.
Yeah, it's quite impressive, even though he didn't deal any damage.
If anyone can do it, it's Samson.
That's true. If anyone can do it, it's Samson. And now it's the monster's turn. And the monster, even though it was just attacked by Samson, is not going to attack Samson, but going to instead attack Mr. Golden Boy here.
What? Okay, that's
No.
fair. No, that's fair.
And it is going to make you do a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Again.
Again.
All right.
And
Yeah,
You have the
that's
extra die from the bard, right?
that's
Yeah.
true, but I
D6.
feel like I want to save it for the paralyzed condition so that I can actually do things. So
a
I'm not
good
sure what
call.
this is going to do, but I'm sure it's fine. So that's an 8 on the die, which makes it a 3.
so you take 1 point, well, not 1 point, but you take necrotic damage. So
Okay.
1 type of damage.
Okay,
Cool.
that's fine.
As this thing beams a ray, a necrotic ray in your direction that just makes you feel withered and old.
Mm.
And
I'm an old
yeah,
man.
I'm sure it's fine. Famous last words. And that's its turn. So it takes it to V2, which is over here next to Vero. And this thing is going to attempt to it's gonna do something awful to Vero. And Vero, you heard this last round. It was this awful sounding chanting that was very upsetting to hear, but didn't affect you last time. So I'm gonna need you to roll another DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
that's a nat 20.
Ooh,
Yeah, buddy.
let's go.
Doesn't even phase you.
Why
Rolls
would
off
it?
your back.
What a guy.
What are these
All
guys
right.
mumbling on about?
No negative energy can pierce Vero's positive aura.
I'm just
Only
chilling.
good
I can't
vibes.
move, so I'm enjoying it.
Oh,
Speaking of not being able to move, Vero, it is your turn. If you'd like to stop that.
Yes, I will roll my Constitution check. And what do you know? I got a 6 on the die, which is a 1.
Hey,
it's,
six
it's two.
club.
It's 2. You only have -4
I only have -4.
for Constitution. I believe. I believe you get. Yeah, you're proficient in those saves.
All
Ooh.
right.
Love
So
that.
two.
I'm moving up in the world. That's
You'll need a
incredible.
17 now.
And with that, the V1 died on Hati's turn, so it's back to Cyrus. Cyrus.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Come
Let's do
on.
another save.
Ooh.
Oh, and we're gonna add the it's a D6 Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
Here we go. It was a 14 on the D20, and that's a 6 on the D6. So that
Yay!
makes
Let's
it a 20.
go.
Nice.
So which makes it a 15. Which saves.
Yes. Yes. I
Because
was
it's
like,
a
oh,
13. DC
yes.
13.
Yay!
yes.
Let's
So you're good.
go.
And that's the end of your turn.
Yay. Good enough.
And now it's Jens's turn.
All right, moving along in the order of the D20s, we are on to the black and blue. 3 on the die. We get into the negatives.
No.
All right. Moving right along, Hati. I hope your back
Don't
doesn't hurt
worry,
because
Jens.
you're carrying the party right now.
Don't worry, Jens. I always knew it was going to be Crimson Red that does it.
Oh no, that's the last one.
Okay,
We'll get there.
I guess I can only hit the Spectre with my crossbow. So that is what I
Yes.
shall do.
Sounds good.
And let me pull that up. I believe it's, oh, I only get a +2. But let's see what the rolls are with me. Oh my God, 21 to hit.
That does it. Yep.
That
Mhm.
does it. And it's gonna be, and this time I am gonna distract it and do a distracting strike.
This one does look particularly healthy.
Yeah. And so the damage itself is a nice 8. Oh, sorry, not 8, 7, because I only have 1 for my dex mod.
Yeah.
I believe
7
so.
damage.
Let me just make sure about that. Yes,
I think
7
you're right,
damage.
yeah. And you added the
And
extra damage though, right?
yes. So
That's
that
including
it was
that?
about, yes,
Oh.
it was a bad roll. But it does mean that any other attacks on that creature, by any of my other allies will get advantage until before the start of my next turn.
Yeah.
So I guess it stays. I just distracted, so I just like shot it and then I.
Nice. It's very
Look at the
distracting.
keys. Look at the keys.
The spectator is eerily focused on Hati. The rest of you think it'd be
Exactly.
very easy to hit. Speaking of which, Orpheus, is your turn.
I'm going to yell at it that it's very good at hitting paralyzed people, and I think that's very impressive. And it has to make a wisdom save.
Alrighty. Whiz biz. Your DC is 13, right?
Yeah.
Then it fails.
Yay! Come on. That's 4 damage.
Yeah.
Let's go. And it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Let's try it. Let's see him try and hit paralyzed people now.
Well, all those are saves that it forces its opponent to make. So, but still good.
Oh.
Maybe I'll be really nice and make it do its only attack that it hasn't done.
Bless. All right, that's me.
All right, then it is Samson, and with the magical axe that seems to return to him, is going to throw it again at the spectator.
And it has advantage.
And it has advantage. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Hey! All right.
Nice.
Samson throws his axe dead on to the spectator, and the hand axe does a d6 damage, which means I need to grab a d6.
Yes.
Nice.
Ooh.
5 on the die plus 3 gives us a total of 8 damage.
Nice.
That is solid. This thing looks really hurt. On its last leg, some of you might say. And then with that, it is now its turn. The
Mhm.
axe, by the way, is stuck in it now. Which is
It'll come
important.
back.
It'll come back. Yeah. Some way, somehow, it'll come back. And then with that, it is its turn. So it is going to hover over here. And it looks directly at Orpheus.
No. I'm just a little guy.
Yep. And it's going to make you roll a DC 13 Constitution save.
Oh god. That's a -1.
I mean, -1 versus a 12 doesn't really
That's-
make much difference.
Yeah.
You are paralyzed.
Oh man,
Oh,
but I don't
no.
take any damage, right?
You don't take any damage. You're just paralyzed. I'm adding you to my count. So I know when a minute's been up.
Sounds good.
Yes. And then it is V2's turn. And Vero is paralyzed. And so is Orpheus. So it's going to go do 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 do. And it's going to mutter these awful sounding words into your ear, Orpheus. I need you to make a DC 12 charisma save.
That's
Oh,
my
I can do
whispers?
that.
It's not dissonant whispers.
It's a 19.
You are good.
Ooh.
Yay!
It's kind of unpleasant, but it's a little bit melodic in a way, and you're kind of vibing out to it.
Nice.
You start just playing in tunes as well.
I'd be dancing if I wasn't paralyzed.
Right.
I'd be dancing if I wasn't paralyzed. And with that, it is Vero's turn. Vero, would you like to make your
Sure
DC
would.
13 Constitution
Ah.
save? Come on, nat 20.
No, that's a natural 2 for a total of -2.
Just missing a 0.
Yep. That was the
Okay,
tens
so-
place, right? All right, that takes us to the dead guy. So that takes us back to Cyrus, who's not paralyzed.
I'm not paralyzed,
Yay.
but Cyrus doesn't have any ranged attacks. And all the enemies are on the other side of the party line. So I don't think there's a
I
whole lot
will
that Cyrus can really do.
I will say, if you use your move and bonus action, you can trade places with the paralyzed Vera to get in reach of the flying head. I'll give that to you guys. You're struggling
Okay.
right now. You need something like that. You want to do like
Yeah, let's do it. Just like
There we
you,
go.
you don't need to be there, Vero. It's all right. I know you're a little stiff. You need to loosen up a little bit. Just be over here for a sec. Try to relax.
And with that, you can attack the flying head with bat wings.
I absolutely will. So I'll take a swing at it with my long sword.
Nice.
And that's a 17 on the die, making it a 20 to hit.
That'll do it.
And so we will pull out the D8 and roll it. And that is minimum damage of 3.
No.
It did something. Did something.
Hey, it's better than nothing, which is
It
what
is
I
better
seem to
than
have been
nothing.
doing.
All right. Speaking of something, it's Jens's turn. Jens.
I think you mean speaking of nothing.
No, I
We
believe.
are
Your
we are
words,
onto
not mine.
lovely black and red dye with the nice gold coloring.
This is the one.
And that does a 3 on the die. We are trending the wrong direction,
Oh,
gang.
no.
Oh.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Oh boy.
Okay. That's 4 turns of being paralyzed, so only 6 more to go.
That's all right.
That
Hoxie
takes us-
called it. It's going to be the crimson one.
It is gonna be the crimson one.
Well, Hati, it is your turn here, so make another epic attack.
Yes, finish him.
I will attack the Spectre. I have, he's still probably he was still looking at me, and I'm like, haha, this is where I get you. That's another 21 to hit.
Wow.
Ugh, your back really must be sore now.
Can
It's
you give
definitely
us
getting
some of
there.
those good rolls? Like, I think the
I know.
paralyzed people need some of them.
I really wish I could. And that's gonna
eh,
be a total of, sorry,
Sorry, are you attacking the spectator or the other
the
thing?
Spectator.
Okay.
The Spectator.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 19 obviously hits.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a total of 7 damage on it.
Yeah, you hit it with this crossbow, and it's gonna it kills the thing. You can tell it's falling with a certain lifelessness, but in an uncanny, almost seemingly impossible scenario, a rock falls from the sky as you hit this thing and fire the crossbow, and it bounces off the rock, and the body comes towards you in a way that Samson is able to grab his axe out of the thing and then fling it down to the ground. You've never seen a
That's,
rock
amazing.
fall from the sky before, but this is the one time.
Yeah, this one time. It just happened.
Just happened.
It must have just fallen loose from like a stalagmite or a stalactite. I never remember which one. Just
It's
from
a sign.
It is a sign.
It is a sign.
divine intervention. Thank you. You're welcome, everyone. That was all me.
Do- I'm like looking over. It's like, do I see my friends not be paralyzed anymore?
No, the paralysis persists still.
Damn it.
Unlike with the fear, where the source of fear had left, the paralysis is sort of independent. Or let me see if I want to eat my words. Just give me 2 seconds. Nope, not gonna eat them.
Not hungry?
Nope.
Had your words for breakfast. That's too
I
bad.
did have my words for breakfast.
Had a little bit of crow earlier today.
Had a little bit of crow earlier today. I don't have a good transition for that. So Orpheus, it's your turn.
All right, I'm still paralyzed, right?
Yep, but everything could change
Okay.
Right now.
right now. Just need a 18 on the die.
Oh, that's a 9.
Well,
So
okay.
close.
Yep, really, really close actually. Just double the value, and you would have been there.
I saw the 14 and I was like, oh yeah, and then I was like, oh no.
All right, -5.
All right, I can still do a bonus action though, right?
No, when you're
Okay.
paralyzed, you can't take actions on your turn.
I thought you could take bonus actions. I could be wrong.
You are considered incapacitated, which means you can't take actions or reactions. And I believe actions includes main
Yeah.
actions and bonus actions.
The phrasing is ambiguous, but that is correct, Conrad. All right, moving along to Samson. With his axe, he's going to put it back and pick up his big bonking club, since the thing is now within bonking range, and give it a big bonk.
Yes.
And Samson still has bardic inspiration too.
Nice.
Bardic inspiration's a D6, right?
Yep.
Okay, Samson will spend it. What's the plus? He just misses.
No.
He got literally the value 1 under the AC. Because I'm like, all I need is a 3 on the bardic inspiration die for this to hit.
You could have fudged the roll in our favor.
I
We
could
can't
have.
see what you're doing.
We
I
never would
told
have known.
you there was no Deus Ex Machina. That would count. Fudging the roll 1
Fine.
number. Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
And now it is that monster's turn. And it's gonna whisper some real awful things at Orpheus again. Orpheus, I'm gonna need you to make that DC 12 charisma save.
Ooh, that's a 22.
All right, yeah. Still
I'm still-
vibing along to this. Doesn't really
Nice.
phase you. And with that, it was Vera's turn.
All right. I'm gonna try to get myself unparalyzed. That's an 11.
So close.
Did it for me.
All right. Top of the round, Cyrus.
All
Would you like
right.
to try and whack this thing?
I am within striking
Thank
range,
you.
so I guess I probably should. So I will go at it with a longsword.
Nice.
That is going to be a 15 to hit. Yeah, good.
Yep.
All right.
15's good.
Let's see if I can get some good damage. No, that is still going to be only 3 damage.
Hey, does something.
A hit's
Okay,
a hit.
guys.
I'd rather hit and do little damage than not hit at all.
That is true.
All right, Jens. It's is it the crimson red time?
Crimson die.
Yeah.
Easy 20.
Oh.
12 on the die.
Oh,
Oh.
Move in the
damn.
right direction.
Move in the
Move
right
in the right
direction.
direction.
All right, 5 more turns to go. Hati, this has been your combat, so it'll be
This-
your turn to kill the thing.
Yep, I'm just like looking over. I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta do this again. And I do not do this again because it's a 4. And I'm
Wow.
like, okay.
You
You're
guys are all
letting
gonna die
everyone
now.
down,
I
Hati.
know, I really felt it this time. I'm
Disappointing.
damn it, damn it. I'm like beating myself up for
We do
missing
so
that one.
much for you, Hati, and you can't do this one thing this one time.
I feel bad
This is
even
not what a
joking
hero
about
needs
this.
to be.
I trained you better than this.
Should have learned more. I need more training.
We're gonna have a chat afterwards.
Orpheus,
All right, let's go.
get that 18
Come
Oh,
on.
that's an 11.
Oh,
on the die or 11 total.
11 total.
So
Rolled a
close.
16.
Okay.
That is Samson. Samson will take out his big
Alright.
bonking stick. And that's a miss.
Ati's feeling a little bit better now.
And now it is that thing's turn. So it again is going to just be completely nasty to Orpheus. Orpheus, I'm going to need you to make that DC 12 charisma save.
Why is it being so mean to me?
It's a bully.
Oh no.
Picked a person to
Hang on.
pick on.
11.
Damn.
Oh no.
oh.
Is that the sound it makes?
No, that's the sound I'm making. I'm just gonna copy this right from Jens's character sheet and paste it onto yours. So you have
Oh no,
Abyssal
it's a
Curse.
secret. Oh no. Is it under
You're-
condition?
Yeah, it's in the conditions tab. So it doesn't count like as a damage type, but it is a curse, and your skin is now swelling and feeling all painful. You're getting blisters and boils, and you just feel realistically like crap.
All the more tragic
I'm-
because I think it's established that Orpheus has the nicest skin of all the underworld.
I'm
True.
extremely embarrassed right now.
As
If
you
I
should
wasn't
be.
paralyzed, I would go hide behind something.
Oh, well, that's just awful. Vero, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to try to move. That is a 1, not natural.
All right. That takes us to Cyrus.
All right. I am so upset at this bat thing because of what it did to Orpheus. I am going to two-hand my my longsword and take a swing at this thing and just try and end it for being so mean.
Yep, that seems reasonable.
That's going to be a 14 to hit. So
That
we're
does
gonna get the D10 out And fingers crossed it's not minimum damage. It's actually maximum damage.
Yeah.
It's going to be 12
Yes!
points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
You tear this thing a new one, slicing the skull directly down the center, splitting it into two as it falls to the ground. You guys see the exposed insides of a skull, which has stuff in it.
That's for Orpheus.
Yeah.
And if you guys wait about 54 seconds, everyone in the party will be unparalyzed.
We don't have
I would,
time to wait.
how
Everyone
many
start rolling,
how many
and we
rounds
gotta
do I have left
run.
of being paralyzed, Joe?
Here, let's just do this in order. Riley, give me the roll.
Oh, we're gonna do it in order. All right, we're back
We'll
to
just do it
gold.
in
So
order.
that's some time to charge up. Cocked. 9 on the die. Still paralyzed.
Okay,
Okay.
Barrow. Or sorry, Orpheus.
It's a natural one.
Barrow.
5.
Okay, we're
Jens.
gonna be here for a while.
Not 1.
Oh, there's so
Emily.
many of them. Okay. 2. Like on the die.
Wait.
Oh no. Oh no.
18 on the die, which
Hey!
is 14.
Oh, let's go.
Barrow
All
is no
right, we've
longer
got enough
paralyzed.
people not paralyzed that I think we can just carry. I'm just gonna pick up Orpheus. Let's go. Like you'll get unparalyzed on your own time. I don't have time to wait for you.
I feel like we're pretty light.
So I would like to throw something out, which is that I think Samson might be the first to pick up Orpheus because
Probably.
they've sort of established that Samson will carry and
Samson
throw
will pick
Orpheus
up
if the need
Orpheus at
requires.
any opportunity. Absolutely.
You guys are paralyzed, or two of you rather now. And basically, to carry the party members, Samson would have to give his club to someone because it's a two-handed job to carry any person at the bare minimum. And it would over encumber you guys, making you use the lifting and carrying rules, which means that you, instead of moving 30 feet a turn, you move 5 feet a turn. So there's those things to consider. And again, if you just wait like less than 30 seconds.
In the meantime, can I heal? Can I use my medicine kits or something? Heal up some people?
Yeah.
100%. You just gotta do some rolls.
Yeah, absolutely. If we're just
I
sitting
will also
around,
do
might
that.
as well. Who needs a little bit of a heal?
I will
Jens is
take
looking
some
pretty
heal.
hurt. He can't say anything, but he looks like he's been infected with something and he's got some cuts in him. I'm gonna go over to him and try and see if I can patch him up. All right, medicine check. That's gonna be a 15 -5. So that's a 10.
That does it.
Oh, I thought it was an 11. Great.
Nice.
DC 10.
Barrow, how are you looking?
I'm great.
Okay. I guess you can heal me then.
All right. That will be a 7. So
Okay.
never mind.
Great rolls continue.
Yep. Did anyone else need healing? I only healed Jens for 1. I think he might have had 2 different types of damage.
Yeah, I
Um,
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1 left.
Okay. If everyone else is looking okay, then I'll stay on Jens and I'll see if I can patch him up a little bit more as paralysis is hopefully wearing off.
Yeah, after you guys do this, I'm just checking off the paralysis for Orpheus and Jens. You guys wait the 30 or so seconds, you do the heals. I think you can heal Jens one more time if you want to, but
Yeah, I'll do my best and see if I can manage that. I got a natural 20, so I think that'll work.
just
Yeah, I'm
barely.
guessing
Good,
Vero will
good.
be able to heal me once as well in the meantime.
Yeah, if I can try again.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
That's a 4. Sorry.
Okay.
You can do one more try, and then we'll say everyone can move.
All right, 14. That's
Hey.
success.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so the party's all healed up. You expended the use of the med kits, hopefully.
I did, yes.
Perfecto.
Yeah, and it counts even if you fail, right?
Can't remember what we've been doing, but I think so.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
Because otherwise, there's
I've
no
been-
cost.
Yeah. Well, the
Fail.
action, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
But it's
I
kind of like
count
part of the risk
failures.
reward. Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, cool. But I think you guys have quite a few healing packs right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
I think
yep,
there was a
yep, yep.
second dump when you guys knew how good they were, and you're like, get all the healing packs we can.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys now are trekking along, and this whole time I haven't been describing it, but it's been there. You've heard the faint screams of Echo, or allegedly Echo, in the distance. Hasn't seemed to got any closer. It's just part of the ambiance and the atmosphere here.
So like, despite it being I don't know, 5 minutes-ish since we've got on the bridge, approximately, Echo hasn't seemed to, like, we don't have to worry about time, I guess.
You
getting
guys have
across the
been on
bridge
the
before Echo.
bridge for about a minute.
Okay.
Because I think you had only a few rounds of combat in the first one. This second one was about 5 rounds of combat, and it was just the walking in between. So you're probably a minute or 2 minutes on the bridge. You have not been on
Okay.
the bridge very long. You
Sure,
guys have been
but
booking along,
good. Okay.
and
And
you
no
keep
noticeable
on.
distance to Echo. So we still got at least a few more minutes, which is good.
You guys get to about this point on the bridge, and you're moving along at a regular pace as to not get any disadvantages on passive perception. And Orpheus and Jens, you guys feel absolutely wretched. You don't feel pretty, really, is what it is. You feel disgusting. You feel like if someone looked at you, instead of being like, oh, they look pretty good, they'd be like, oh, what happened to their face? Are they sick?
I am
no.
complaining constantly about this.
And
I'm going to try and use my my lay on hands, not my healing hands, but my lay on hands, um, to just try and neutralize some sort of disease or whatever it is that might be affecting Jens, who I've been healing the rest of this time, but try and cure this condition of his.
you expend the lay on hands, but it's to no avail.
Okay.
And I'm just checking some values here. Your guys' passive perceptions. Let's see.
It's not great.
Well, the intelligence based one. So okay.
Could I also use my divine sense, realizing that we are getting company frequently?
Yes,
As we
yes,
move
you can
across
use
this
your
bridge?
divine sense.
See if
Um,
there's anything else near us as we go along.
yeah, about what point on the bridge would you do that? Because it's one action and it's only within 30 feet, and the bridge is very long.
Yeah. I would say like once we start moving like 60 feet from after we left combat, I would use it.
Okay. Yeah, you use it 60 feet away from the combat zone, which would be, so you guys were here for combat, so 15, 30, 45, 60. So you use it when you're here, and you don't pick up any fiends, celestials, or undead other than the crew of 6 you have with you.
Okay.
You guys get to about here, another 45 feet down the bridge. And you don't notice this, but appearing from behind you, give me a second.
Ryan? Is he still
He's
following
following
us?
us.
You
He's so
wish it was
obsessed with
Ryan.
us.
Oh boy,
Yeah, we do.
we really do.
That looks like Ryan.
That's totally right. Ryan brought friends.
Exactly.
That's normal.
That's perfectly all.
Oh, how did he
So
get
many
ahead of us
Ryans.
too?
Everybody run.
This does
Where?
count as a new encounter. So everyone please roll
Okay.
initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh,
boy,
come
indeed.
on. I got the exact same as last time.
Same as last time.
Two on the
Hottie,
die.
nailing it.
Clay, your
Nothing
dice are
wrong
not
with
great.
Yeah.
I've been getting like all below 5, except for that natural 20
Eh.
today.
Yeah. Not great.
All right. And for the Moonsters, we have. Oh. So, Riley, if you want to add in the Smonsters, so we'll just have them all go together. They got 11. And then the Monsters got 9.
And what do we have for Samson?
Oh, I almost forgot about Samson. Oh, Samson got a 19 on the die,
Ooh.
which is going to be non-natural 20. So we have Samson going first.
Okay. And sorry, what are these things?
Oh, it's more spectators and more the Bathead people. So
Okay.
Bathead, or humanoid head with bat wings, I should be saying, rather, not a bat head. And then these are the spectators.
Okay.
So blue is head and bat wings, and then black, or sorry, blue base and then black base are the spectators.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Which ones were paralyzing us before?
The spectators.
The spectators. Okay.
Run. Run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charge through the bats and
Bo
just
warned
run.
you about the bridge.
He did, but he also suggested it.
He did, didn't he?
Lorenzo
Goddamn. But
perhaps was not entirely reliable.
That was the least
Yeah.
reliable person we've met so far.
yep.
Never trust an Italian.
Oh. Never trust a what?
And we're canceled.
I'm Italian.
Oh, that's fine.
They're fine.
Makes it okay then, right? Yeah. Okay, so they unceremoniously fly up and make their presence known almost as an intimidation move. Like they could have got an attack of opportunity, or they could have got a surprise round on you guys, but for some reason they don't feel they need it.
Ooh,
Nice.
jerks.
Thanks, Joe.
That's so weird. Why would they not need it?
Why would they not need it? Yeah. Why would I not have 7 enemies attack before you guys?
And 4 of them just paralyzed the 5 players.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Okay, so Samson gets to go first, and Samson kind of looks to the group on what he should be doing. Do you guys want to just all run?
Point to
Yeah.
the bat guy. Go bonk at the very front.
At the very front?
Can he make it up there? Probably not.
No, because he has to move through your guys' spaces, and
Yeah.
that counts as a double movement because it's difficult terrain.
Fair.
Could he maybe delay his action until the people at the front go?
Yeah, he can delay his action to dash, which means he'll get to move 30 feet because he won't be able to do his movement and his action delayed. Or he
Right.
can delay he can permanently delay his order in the initiative if you guys would like, which might make more sense.
Is there a way that we can delay our turns such that we take them in the order in which we are aligned?
Yes, that might be
Yes.
the thing to do. So Riley, because you are combat organizer, if you would like to just reorder the combat initiative so that we have Hati, then you, then Vero, then Cyrus, then Orpheus, then
So that would mean that
does that work?
Hati would go before the Smonsters,
oh,
but
hang on.
then everyone else goes after
Hati and
because of
Jens.
Vero with the
Because Clay
and-
has to come last, but everyone but Clay can be moved into that order. And just trying to think here for a second.
Yeah, because I can't really tell the actual order of the people on the map because the image quality isn't that good and I don't remember everyone's characters.
Hati, Jens, Vero, Cyrus, Orpheus, Samson.
Okay.
So I think what you guys can do is probably reorganize your initiatives so that everyone's in order except for Vero, and then when you guys move through Vero's space, you'll just eat 10 feet instead of 5 feet.
Hmm.
Okay.
And that only applies
Oh,
to
How
the
does it
back 3.
interact with the monsters
Um,
or the monsters because of Orpheus?
yeah, so then the
is after
bottom
them
2
too.
will get a chance to attack. You know what? Why don't we do this? So
Well, Orpheus was
combat,
also at the back. So Orpheus and Vero had the lowest ones and they were at the back. So if we just reorder Samson and Jens to go after the monsters, and then like so Hati monsters, and then Jens, Cyrus, Samson, and then the monsters, Orpheus, Vero, then that'll work. And so Hati gets a turn before the monsters, and then the rest of us go before the monsters. And we don't have to pass through each other at all, except for Samson, who has to pass through Orpheus and Vero. Did that make sense? Probably not.
that
Don't
makes
we want
sense.
we just want Samson to go last, right? Because Hati and Jens are already in order relative to each other and the rest of the group.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's just do
And
that.
we want to go
That's
before monsters. Okay.
Riley's
That makes
correct.
more
That's the
sense.
simplest thing. So Samson will delay his turn to be after Vero, and then it'll be
Yes.
Hati's turn.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
I
great.
am just
I was
gonna
sorting that out.
yes. So the one that's in front of me, is he on the bridge or is he flying?
So the only part that is the bridge is the line you guys are on. Everyone else is hovering.
Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna dash forward.
Okay. Hati dashes forward. This one here is flying just above the bridge. So you will take an attack of opportunity if you move through that space. But remember, attacks of opportunity only allow the creature to do basic melee attacks.
That's fine.
Okay. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on a second. I'm just gonna move
How far are
everything
we?
back.
Yeah, how far away are we from the edge of the end of the bridge? Because we're pretty close.
Based on where we look, it looks like we could dash to the end of the bridge.
Hati, with a 60-foot dash, you get off the bridge.
Nice. That's the plan.
So you go to
Goals.
this space here. He gets an attack of opportunity, the disembodied head, that is, and that will be.
My armor class
Nope.
is 18.
Yeah, no, not even a chance. Chips its tooth
Yeah.
on your armor as it tries to bite you. And then Hati clears to the other side here.
Nice.
I don't know if you guys can even see that over there, but
Okay, and because I have a bonus action still, I will
Yep.
parry.
Hey, good job. All right, Jens.
When Hati steps off the bridge, do the enemies look like they start taking less notice of him?
They all seem to be laser focused on the group they're staring at. The spectators have a very disturbing grin on their face as all their tentacle eyes are kind of pointed directly at the party.
All right. Jens kind of shouts to the party, like, are we sure we can outrun flying monsters? And then throw a magic missile at the nearest spectator to Jens on the left-hand side of the bridge. From like to Jens's left and back.
You still have a spell slot? Oh wait, you guys have multiple spell slots now. Oh, right.
I
Yeah.
haven't cast any spells. I got both my spell slots.
Nice. Okay, so you're hitting which one? This one or this one?
That one.
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so magic missile him.
And these guys are pretty beefy, right? I'm just gonna chuck all three of my missiles at this dude.
Yeah, I think because a missile is a D4 plus 1. Yeah, you think if you sunk all the missiles in, it still wouldn't kill it.
7, 8, 11.
Nice. That's some serious damage.
I will take that.
Looks pretty hurt from all that magical missiling.
And then move 30 feet forward, eating that attack of opportunity.
It wouldn't get it because it's already used its reaction.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
yes,
right,
yes.
Hati.
Yeah.
Failed on the fighter, and now it has no opportunity to bite you.
Yeah.
There's a cattail in your face.
There's a cattail on my face.
But you are almost off the bridge. You're right about here right now.
Yay!
So that takes us
Woo!
to
First turn I've done something.
the monsters.
Yeah.
This monsters, oh no.
Well, 2 of the party members are safe. The monsters now have an opportunity to paralyze people.
What you gonna do?
Perfect.
Yeah. So, monster 7 is going to come up to Orpheus. And Orpheus, please make a DC 13 wisdom save.
As a natural one. Again.
You are frightened. You must spend your
No.
or no, you not must spend your movement, but basically you can't move any closer towards the spectator as long as it's visible.
It's almost like we were gonna run anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Cyrus.
Yes.
One of them comes up to you and casts its ray of fear at you. So again, make a DC 13 wisdom save.
Ooh, that's a 3, making it a negative.
You are feared.
Well, almost, but kind of the opposite.
Actually,
I'm afraid.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't need to move them for that. I don't know why I'm doing it. They're gonna do it to Samson, even though I said he's not gonna be attacked, but this is an attack, it's a save. But Samson is not feared. Wait, hang on, what's this modifier to wisdom? Right.
Probably not great.
Probably not great. That's right. He rolled 12 on the die, but that's 7, so he is feared. Must spend his turn running away. Perish the thought. And then the other 2 are going to target Vero. One of them is going to make you roll a whiz save.
Right. That's a 14 on the die. Oh, so 9.
You are feared. And the second one
Oh.
is going to make you roll the con save.
No.
It's okay.
That is a -1.
It's not
You're
okay.
paralyzed.
All right.
That's not
Love that.
great.
All right.
'Cause he's right at the front.
I know. I know. Now you guys all have to like try and move through him if you're going to abandon your friend in his time of need. And then that takes
Cyrus
us
can carry him.
to Cyrus.
Grappling. Can I grapple Vero? Grappling means you move at half speed. Can I use my action to grapple Vero?
And he
And
automatically
move-
fails. Because he's paralyzed.
But it does take my action to grapple, correct?
Yeah, but you can still move 15 feet with him because I believe you're right.
right.
That was creative. All right, so
So I'm gonna
yes.
grapple him and just drag him 15 feet along the bridge. It's all right, buddy. I got you.
Beautiful.
And then also bonus action, parry. I'm gonna
Nice.
protect my friend.
Am I gonna get a bonus on Constitution saves if I'm wrapped in the loving embrace of a friend?
You know, we'll give you advantage on it. Actually, I'll allow that. That seems fun.
I've got Vero in one arm, my shield sort of like around him in front of his body in the other. It's like, I've got you, buddy. We're good.
I can't imagine a safer place to be.
All right, and with that, the bats are gonna come up, and one of them is going to say some awful sounding things to Vero.
Cover your
That's
ears, Vero. Oh wait, you're paralyzed. I'll cover your ears, Vero.
That's the charisma one.
The charisma one. Oh, of course I roll good on that. That's an 18 on the die, which means 23.
Yeah. The other one is gonna come up here. And do it again, please.
That's a nat 20 on the die for a total of 25.
Well, that's good because
Of
that's the
course.
one that you want to succeed on.
Well, also the paralysis one I wanted to succeed on.
It's okay. I got you, buddy.
Trust me, the
Sorry.
abyssal curse is far worse than being paralyzed for a minute.
Oh, all right.
Don't worry about it, Jens and Orpheus.
You'll be
Right in
fine.
your face. Okay, so that's their turn. Now it's Orpheus. Orpheus, it is your turn to run away.
All right, I run
if
away.
you'd like to. If you'd like to. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Why did you count 2 for the flying bat?
Oh, right, it's flying. Yeah, so you'll get. Well, you'll get there anyway because even if I don't count it here, she won't be able to move through.
Yeah. Okay.
Jens. So you'll still be there.
Nice.
But yeah, that
Sounds
bat
good.
head is like flying just about 8 or 9 feet above the bridge.
I pretend I do not see it.
Just keep your head down.
That's none of my business.
And that takes us to Pharaoh.
All right. I've warmed up my dice for this.
And your advantage.
That's a
so roll
nat
twice.
20.
Oh!
That's like 4 nat 20s.
That's my
Wow.
third nat 20. But I've also got 2 nat 1s and a bunch of
Hmm.
non-natural 1s and lower. So
It all evens out.
so I'm grappled, I guess.
But that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that was my action, right? So
Yeah, because
Oh,
when
just-
you have this. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll say to Cyrus, thank you kindly. I think I'm all right now.
All right, buddy. And I'll just like pat you on the chest. Because I'm still holding on to you. I haven't let you go yet.
No, it's not your turn yet.
And then that will take us to Samson, who's now going to run. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I forgot to count there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he's gonna have to get there. Bottleneck on the bridge.
No. That's the exact reason why we're running off the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a hard combat.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are hard, Hati, you're off the bridge and safe. Well, you got plate armor on. You're hard. You're hard to hit.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably what you meant there, Joe.
Get your mind out of the gutter, damn it.
Haji was so happy about getting off the bridge.
You knew it when you said it, Joseph.
Yeah.
Hati, what should we do on your turn?
I'm gonna shoot the flying bat above all of the above Samson.
Okay, yeah. So that is, I guess, you're about here, so yeah. So you got a
Don't
clean shot of that.
It's 7 to hit.
Yep. Okay.
Yep,
Everybody
yep.
duck.
Into the Grand Canyon.
Yep, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm not blocking the path on the exit of the bridge, so just move a little to the side.
Yeah, that's fair. Step aside. Okay, so that is Jens, your turn. I'm assuming you're just getting out of here.
What do we think? Do we think we're safe when we get off the bridge?
No,
we have to-
but we're worse when we're on the bridge.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
Joe, will 30 feet of movement get me off the bridge?
30 feet of movement.
Okay,
gets you off the
perfect.
bridge.
Then we're gonna go ahead and burn another spell slot. The enemies seem to pass their saves as much as Jens fails his saves, but we're still gonna go for a Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the flanking spectator that I have not attacked yet.
This one. I'm assuming it's this guy.
Yep.
Okay, so he will roll the save, and it's 13, right?
I believe so. Yep, 13.
Whiz?
Yep.
Fail.
Yes! Finally!
Nice. What do you do?
Is it might just be immune to the prone condition, but it falls prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
It is immune to the prone condition.
Well, it's still incapacitated.
Yeah. And just like that, Jens's spell slots are gone.
Yep.
And then Jens,
How does it work if it's incapacitated while it's flying?
does it incapacitate, or does it just give you the prone condition?
Incapacitates it.
I mean, you incapacitated just means you can't take actions or reactions.
Oh,
So
okay,
that's-
okay.
That's fine.
Cool.
It can be incapacitated and still hover.
Just checking. Because it'd be funny to just watch it fall while laughing its ass
I
off.
wonder what a spectator looks like, or what it sounds like laughing.
Very spooky.
I just imagine it doing like backwards barrel rolls in the air as it's laughing uncontrollably.
Tentacles waving.
Yeah, exactly.
Kinda cute.
It's their turn, and they are going to. Well, they actually. This one is it's not prone, but I'm just putting it like that so I know it's not going to take an action. They all look at y'all, and the closest one to Cyrus is going to make you roll a Constitution save. DC 13.
All right. Most important roll of the game. That's going to be a 15 minus 5, which is a 10.
Take necrotic damage as it blasts you with a ray of necrosis energy.
Ugh. Joke's on you. Already been hit with that.
Nice. Then I guess Vero, same thing to you. Constitution 13. And then
That
Samson as
is
well.
a non-natural 1.
Okay. Then you'll also take necrotic damage. And Emily.
Ugh. 5.
Also necrotic damage to you.
Uh,
As they just respect Samson too much to target him.
Of course.
And with that, it's Cyrus's turn.
Okay.
Cyrus, you have a lot of people to move through.
Yes.
As a free action, you could
could-
just drop the grapple.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I want to keep pulling Vero along.
Yeah, I'm afraid of one of these guys, and I'm not sure which one it is. It could be one of the ones in front of me, which would be a bit of
No,
a
it's
problem.
it's the spectators that made you afraid, so they're all behind us. So it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fear's not a big deal.
We're both afraid of them, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
I guess you could do another tactical delay and wait till the rest of their turns.
No. I'm gonna use my action to dash with a grappled Vero, and together we're gonna move 30 feet minus the 10 feet or whatever that it from moving through people. And then I'm gonna drop the grapple.
So,
Nice.
because you're carrying Vero out of the combat that he's engaged with by both these guys, they both get to make an attack of opportunity.
Can they attack me instead because I'm kind of also in combat with them? Because I'm still holding Vero.
They could attack you. They're choosing to attack Vero.
Fine.
That's
Sorry,
so
Vero.
rude.
I know, right? How rude.
Oh,
Um,
I don't know about the rules about attacks of opportunity, but Vero isn't choosing to move. He's not using movement. So, like, just like being shoved out of range. I don't know if you can. Just
I'm-
rules as written. You can
I'm
do
getting
whatever you want,
grappled out
Joe.
of range.
Cyrus is arguing for himself to get hit.
all right, Cyrus,
he
you
is.
take piercing damage then,
Okay, cool.
because one of them rolled a nat 20, which also
Yeah, that
means
would-
your
Which means
shield.
that, yeah.
No!
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
fair enough.
damn.
You asked for this.
My spare shield is now also broken. I have no shield anymore.
And
the
I'm just pulling
pieces,
up
I
the
can mend
rules
them.
for that now so that I can, yeah, keep the pieces.
Yeah, okay.
So there's a chance that Vero will still get hit from your shield.
Oh yeah, the shield splinters.
Yeah.
No.
I
Yeah, so
just tried to
everyone
do
in a
nice
5-foot
thing.
radius, please make the DC 10 dex save.
I'm grappled. Do I
You still have to-
still?
I think
You
it's-
still can make dex saves when grappled. It doesn't actually affect your dex save at
Hmm.
all.
Nice, that's a 12.
Nice.
I'm just gonna wiggle away. Ah.
This guy fails. And this guy succeeds. So this guy is number, what does that say? 5. And takes Cyrus, the weapon. Oh, what was the rule for shield? Shield, because shields don't have a weapon damage.
I think we
Yeah, I
just
don't
said it was a
remember what we
D6.
decided.
I think D6, yeah. Let's just do that. So half of D6 is 3.
Okay.
So we'll
Yeah.
just say that. And I'm sure it was something else, but I like swaps just D6. I'm like, yep, sounds good.
Sure.
Okay. And Samson, I guess, also has to make it, but oh, look at that. He rolled a nat 20. The DM said.
Oh wow, that's great.
Look at that.
What a
Exactly.
coincidence. Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And now you're gonna move through everyone using your
Dash. Yeah.
So carrying Vero, moving at half speed, you get 30. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
Yeah.
Hi, Pippin.
Yeah, we'll fudge it a little bit. I gave you an
Okay.
extra 5 feet of movement because that was from Vero's space. So you'd actually
Oh, yeah.
be still where Orpheus is.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to continue using my bonus action to parry.
Sounds good. That takes us to the monsters. What are they gonna do? This one flies up and over Samson. And they just kind of stay there as if they're not threatened by you as you leave the bridge. Orpheus, it's your go. Would you like to run off the bridge?
Yeah. Hey.
And Vero, it's your go. Would you like to break out of the grapple?
No, I said that I was going to drop it automatically after
Oh,
I
okay.
took him across. Yeah.
Vero, you can easily make it to the end then.
Okay. Just with my movement?
Yeah, with your regular movement. So if you want to take an action to do something else, you can.
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah. Oh, wait. Are those enemies within 5 feet of one another?
These guys
I'm
all are,
looking
yeah.
at the blue bases.
Yeah.
Because I think. Yeah, then I'm gonna acid splash. Maybe the guy on the middle and the guy on the right.
Dex save, right?
And yes, they must succeed on a dex save.
DC 13, I'm assuming.
Let me double check. I haven't done one of these before. Yeah, 13.
Yeah. That is going to be. They both succeed.
What?
Yeah.
Ah.
They rolled pretty
Wow.
high. But at
Okay.
least it's a cantrip, so.
Yep, that's my turn. Oh, wait, no, and
and
then
then-
I'm moving. Then I'm moving after I do that.
Now it is Samson, and Samson will just straight up leave.
Nice.
So we just abandoned Cyrus.
That
You
was the
guys-
plan all along.
You guys who have
No.
all exited the bridge have noticed something very clear, and that is the enemies are not moving towards you, as if they are more interested in the bridge than fighting you.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Yeah, I'd
That
be
is
afraid
good.
of fighting me too.
Right.
Nice. Hati, would you like to do anything for your turn?
Well,
Or we can
If they're
fast track
not-
it to Cyrus's turn.
yeah, we can fast track it. Sorry, soon.
No one wants to protect Cyrus. You don't know that they're not going to attack me.
Whoa, hey, I don't fast track it.
I am living by
Where is he?
living by Cyrus rules, kind of like
Well,
if
Appreciate it.
Riley,
Don't
I'm gonna
attack
say
those that don't
technically,
hurt you.
since you guys have escaped the encounter, you don't act in the initiative right now, unless you guys really, really, really want to just fire shots off these guys.
I have been acting in the initiative. I do want to fire shots off. I'm considering running onto the bridge to go help Cyrus.
Okay,
I'm
go for
I'm
it.
less than 30 feet away.
You're a little bit more than 30 feet away from Cyrus, but yeah, about that.
More than
I think-
30 feet or 30 feet?
So I think here is 30 feet away from Cyrus.
Okay.
Or sorry, there is 30
Uh,
feet from where you are, is what I meant to say.
The monsters have to go first, and those are the spectators, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I move my 30 feet so I can get closer to Cyrus, and then I'm gonna try and firebolt the one that I've heard already.
Okay. So you're gonna move 30 feet to here,
Yep.
and then firebolt. Firebolt 60 feet, right?
Mm, 120.
Okay, then you're fine.
It's 11.
Swing and a miss.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. That takes us to the monsters. They don't do anything. Cyrus.
Oh. Incapacitated dude can make a save at the end of his turn.
Oh, it's still a wisdom save, right?
Yep.
Then it's a fail.
Yay.
Mhm.
I'm
That's
just
a good
going
joke.
to charge forward, say you fool, and try and just tackle Jens and like carry him off the bridge.
Roll me a grapple.
I,
So
I
that's
will
both
opt
you.
to fail.
You'll opt to fail? Okay.
That's good because I did
Nice.
not roll very high.
You're not quite off the bridge, but you're close because you do have to move at half speed.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, they could be dashing, but yeah.
And the bat heads don't do anything. Orpheus, would you like to do something, or are you just gonna watch this this hug happen?
I'm gonna just watch this unfold.
And Vero, same question to you.
Oh, I am definitely firing a ray of frost at the nearest bat.
I think because Ray of Frost, I'm pretty sure is 60 feet.
It's
Unless I'm
60
wrong
feet.
about
Yeah.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, yeah, you can move right to the edge of the bridge, basically like, oh, that's there. So you're not on the bridge, but you're just at the entrance to it. And you can
Ooh.
fire off that.
Am I gonna be? Well, can I move out of the way?
You can move out
after?
of the way, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can move out of the way. You have lots of movement.
So it's a nat one.
Duck. Jens, put your head
Our big
down.
heroic gestures.
Hati, would you like to partake in the combat?
I'm staying put.
All right,
Good idea.
Jens.
Put me down, I'm rescuing you. And I try to get my feet under me and reverse the grapple to carry Cyrus to safety.
Cyrus, do you allow this?
No, I'm gonna contest it a little bit.
All right, let's go. Jens, athletics, Cyrus, athletics or acrobatics.
Oh,
Both
we
of them
need the dice to be in our favor here.
Yes, sir.
They just both fall off the bridge.
For me, does it have to be athletics, or can I also use acrobatics?
As the initiator of the grapple, it has to be athletics.
Okay, I thought so. All right,
That's
but
gonna be
easy nat 20.
12 for me.
7 for me.
Ah.
Oh, no.
That would have
So-
been funny.
That would have been pretty great.
Pawing at Cyrus, who weighs probably about 200 and something pounds with all that armor.
Easy.
You
Yeah.
fail to grapple.
It's my hand very awkwardly in your face.
Jens, you fool. I'm just gonna shake you a little bit. Just stop
I
that.
think I end up being cradled like a baby in your arms.
Yeah, we'll get you in that position eventually. Just like
Are you
stop
going
squirming.
to are you going to exit the bridge, Jens, or are you going to stay put?
I'm grappled, right?
You're still grappled, yeah.
I'm still grappled.
I
You
thought
didn't get out of the grapple.
I thought you were not resisting, you were trying to grapple because I thought you dropped him, Cyrus. Or
No,
maybe
I
missed
didn't drop him.
something.
I was just running with him.
Okay, I see. So the monsters don't do anything. Cyrus, would you like to exit the bridge on your turn?
Yes, we're gonna keep running.
We're all just watching
Just
this.
Yep.
I got you, Jens. Don't worry.
That's hilarious. Okay, so with that, combat is over.
Woo.
Why did you stay on the bridge so long? What were you thinking?
What do you mean? I was carrying two people, not at the same time, but oh,
If there hadn't been the weird hoodoo voodoo nonsense of they decided to stop chasing us, you probably would have died.
you know,
Yeah.
maybe, but we all survived. And on that note, let's get a little bit away from the bridge. Just I
Yeah.
don't really trust them still.
I agree.
I definitely agree. And also, I'd like to say thanks for letting me prove my worth as a hero by missing all your guys' shots. Like, I really appreciate it.
Of course, Hati. I wanted you to give the chance to show your mettle, and you definitely did that.
I felt I knew it from that moment. I was like, I had to
Of
step
course.
up.
You did the House of Zoral proud today.
Yep, that was
I-
all on purpose. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yep.
As an
Of
aside,
course, you guys are
to
the great heroes that you
to
are, of
only
course.
Orpheus, Jens will ask, did you really miss on purpose? I was giving everything I got.
Don't tell Hati this, but I was also giving it everything I got. That was really, really hard.
Yeah, we would have been fucked without Hati.
Oh yeah, he saved us all. He
Oh,
saved
he
us
really
all.
did. Yeah, that was terrifying.
Yeah. Oh jeez. What are we gonna do if we lose him?
We just got to keep him alive. Samson will look out for him.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. So you guys get off the bridge and you notice that the spectators and these flying bat heads, after you guys walk away from the entrance to the bridge, they kind of slowly descend and appear to go under the bridge. That seems to be where they were hiding this whole time. You can't see them once they go under, but you can
We know
infer
they're
based on
there.
object permanence.
Okay. And
Yeah.
like we can't see them anymore. There's no indication. It's like they like even knowing that they're there, we can't even like see a little bat wing or anything like that.
Cyrus, you try real hard to look for them, and your perception bonus is +1 or +0 without the whiz part.
I am proficient in percept. No, I'm not.
So if it's
no, I have no
intelligence, are
bonus.
you
It's
minus something?
oh, my intelligence is -2.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really spot them, but you know where they are. You saw them go there. So if you really
Hmm.
wanted to attack them, you could do it with disadvantage.
No, no, no. I'm just thinking like if I can't see them now, or if I could see them now, is there anything else under there that just didn't come up? Or
You can't tell.
you can't tell. All right.
We could
Well,
throw
that's okay
something at
because
it.
we crossed the bridge. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Is the whole party curious to this phenomenon? Okay. Cool. Moving on. You guys leave the bridge. You start walking towards what is, you assume, Echo's Peak, this large mountain that you're now at. Not the base of, but it might as well feel like the base because this thing is massive. Mount Blood was tall and it was a long hike to get up Mount Blood. This makes Mount Blood look like a tiny little hill. It is far greater in size. It's so
we,
great in size. In fact, you can't see the peak from where you're standing.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I cut you off though, Cyrus.
No, no, it's all right. So if it's so tall we can't even see the peak, does that mean that it just like fades into the distance, or is there like trees or rocks and stuff that sort of obscure it?
Rocks, definitely not trees because there's no trees here. And it's also just sort of a what's the word? It's like a perspective thing. So you're so close that you just can't see the peak because you're not like
Okay.
when you were further away from this thing, you did see the peak.
Mhm.
But now that you're so close, and basically on the side of the mountain, you can't see it.
So it's
You
more
do
of like a rounded peak, so like we can't like we can't see the crest because it curves. Or we can't see the peak because of
sure. It's
I don't know,
it's
it's
more like perspective.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how angles work. Cyrus doesn't know how angles work.
Like
It's
whatever
fine.
the shape is, if the base is broad enough relative to the height, we're not going to be able to see up there.
Yes.
I'll take
Yes,
your
yes,
word
yes.
for it.
Take the mountaineer's word for it.
Yeah.
A lot of real life experience there.
But considering how far away our destination looks because we can't even see it, I think we should rest and recover. Or at least stitch ourselves back together. I'm currently without a shield, and I have these just like broken pieces of my backup shield, and it's just all very sad. Do
I'm
we
pretty
want to take
sure
a
my
take a
humors
breather?
have never been more imbalanced. I'm gonna like look at Jens for approval after saying that.
I think you're absolutely right. I feel the same.
Doesn't feel good.
You guys all
truly
notice the
terrible.
disgusting nature of their face and just general skin. It's all like boiling and pussing and actively doing so.
I think Hati's
Between my
not gonna
memory of
try.
working in healing houses and flipping through the book I found down here, do I know anything? Can I recall anything about this condition? General humor knowledge?
Why don't you give me you can choose between nature, history, and arcana to do a check on those creatures and what illness might have befallen you.
Nature, history, arcana.
The choice of, or religion, if you would like. The choice of which will affect the information you learn.
That is a hard choice. We're gonna go with arcana.
All right. Give me the roll.
17.
17. Yes. So what is happening to you is not an imbalancing of the humors, you're pretty sure. That would be a medical and a physical phenomenon due to some sort of ailment that occurs naturally. This is a magical effect. As someone who used to be a cleric, you have seen people inflicted with these sorts of conditions, and you have been cursed. You know that there's no medical treatment that you can do to get rid of this. The thing you would need to remove this curse is a spell, remove curse, or greater restoration, or something of equal or greater power.
Are
As someone
both
who
of
used to know
those-
some of them spells, you're familiar with this. One's a
Yeah,
3rd level and one's a 5th level.
right. Both of those are divine spells.
Sepa, I'd have to look.
Shall we just take a moment and pray? Maybe that'll
Nope.
help.
Nope, don't worry about it.
I'm pretty sure, it seems like you've looked better, Jens. I think that's what I'll say. And I think
Dang.
some rest and a bit of meditation would do you some good.
Remove curse
And
is
Orpheus.
abjuration,
Okay, okay.
and I'll check greater restoration. I think that one might be divine, though,
Mm.
if I had to guess. Nope, both abjuration.
Really?
Mhm.
Ba, 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 ba. Cyrus, rest won't cut it. Prayer won't cut it. I appreciate your enthusiasm, as always. Something has afflicted us that nips and tears away at our natural connection with the fabric of reality. This is something arcane in nature, and it will take something arcane in nature to deal with it.
It also dawns on Jens that with a condition like this, time may be of the essence. It may not be, but would you really want to risk it?
Well, hopefully one of the sages will be able to help us. Perhaps Babel might be able to cure this disease that seems to be so afflicting you and Orpheus both. But nevertheless, I shall still pray. Meager though my godly powers might be, I will pray to my ancestor, the sun, and hope that
Oh, the
the healing
sun.
rays of the sun will pierce into this abyss and heal you nonetheless.
Cyrus,
So,
roll me a religion check, please.
yeah, absolutely. What's my religion modifier?
Hopefully good.
It should be, but it's also intelligence, and my intelligence isn't great. But it's still going to be a 14.
You sit and pray to your relative or whatever you said, the sun god.
Yeah,
Whatnot.
my great grandmother.
Sure. And you're praying, and as you look up, you see something and that only you see. No one else sees anything like this, but even though there's no sun and there's no daylight around, you see almost like a sunbeam come down in front of you.
Okay.
My prayer
Mhm.
And it
hasn't been
makes you
answered.
feel warm and good inside in a healthy sense. Take from that what you will.
We have been blessed, my friends. Solaris is with us, and this journey, this quest has been uh, recognized as one as that is of the most pure, and we will all survive. It'll be okay.
I'm just gonna
convinced.
walk away and sit facing away from Cyrus.
I'm gonna walk towards Cyrus and sit next to him and listen to him. He's like,
Hati gain inspiration.
I love Hati so much.
That is such a good
It's
character move
true.
right there.
Well, Hati, I mean, like you seem interested. I'm going to like hold out your hands. I will pass Sun's blessing on to you, and
Stop,
you
stop,
shall.
stop. Like, look, I'm sorry. There was a time when I believed that your belief in something. Hi, Pippin. There was a time that I believed that if your belief in something filled you with enough hope and drive, that could be a useful thing, even if it was a false thing. I know.
When you're trying to be dramatic, but the cat stops you.
Uh,
There was a time that
totally
I
lost my
believed.
train of thought.
There was a time I believed.
know now I'm so much more convinced that the damage that is done by you being blind to the realities of the world is so much greater than any benefit you could reap.
But you saw the light, right?
Time,
Only Cyrus saw that.
the light? No, I didn't see any. Look, time might be of the essence for Orpheus and I. Whether we decide to move forward at all haste or look for a place to hide and recuperate, we need to act on that
Of
immediately.
course, and I'm not saying that, you know, blind faith is going to solve us, but you know, my grandmother was, you know, born from the sun, and has such she always had like a powerful presence. You know, stories were told of her. She gave so much to the world. And so, you know, her blessing, I believe, is with us. And I'm not saying that that's going to cure you, but I'm saying that it's okay to have a little faith and to keep our spirits up as we move forward. So I don't want you to give up hope, because hope is with us, whether you believe it or not. And with that, Cyrus is going to stand up, after like holding Hati's hand to like try and pass on the warmth of the light that he saw. Um, well, enough about all that. Shall we keep going, my friends?
Shall.
I don't want Jens to get any uglier than he already is. Sorry, that was a bad
I mean,
joke.
I don't. That was a little. I don't either. So you know.
Okay, sorry,
Cyrus, can you just that
sorry.
that is so rude. And I'm just like vaguely like blocking my face so that no one can look at me. But there's probably pustules on my hands.
You're right. I'm sorry. That was me, and I was just trying to lighten the mood. I'm not used to that.
Well, I
Actually,
suggest we all just move along before we get ourselves eaten by some dragon creature.
and as Vero says this, you hear the scream of the dragon off in the distance.
Oh god.
Yeah,
What does it sound like,
definitely time
Joe?
to move.
Can you help with our immersion here?
Hang on.
Perfect.
Thank you very much. That helps a lot.
You're welcome.
That's beautiful.
I don't know if that got
Mm.
clipped on the mic, but we'll find out, I guess.
There was some clipping. It was good
We
enough.
still heard
Just
enough.
a little bit.
We are immersed in the real.
There
in
you
the
go.
world
Now you get the full immersion. Speaking of the full immersion, you guys are behooved on which path to take, as there doesn't appear to be a clear path. You're kind of on this a little bit of a wide region here, but it slowly narrows into kind of a goat trail along either side of the mountain. And there is, of course, the option to rock climb up, but none of these seem safe. However, you don't see any nearby threats immediately.
We follow Hati.
We go left.
All right. Left it is.
All right.
So you guys truck along that way for a little bit. And just I was rereading the curse. It's only on your face that you get this pussing and boils and stuff like that. The rest of your body's fine. So Orpheus, when
I'm
you do
basically
this,
just going like this. Then
just looking through the cracks in your fingers.
yeah.
Okay. You guys wander for what feels like a few minutes, and eventually you see that the ground goes up a little bit, and there seems to be a cave entrance into this mountain. It's a normal cave entrance. It's not like Blood Mountain.
Sure.
Insight.
Insight on the DM.
The DM is a scoundrel and can't be trusted.
I
This
knew
cave
it.
is clearly a trap.
Can we take a look around the cave, see if there's like drag marks or like a pile of bones indicative of danger?
Everyone who would like to can roll me a perception check as you guys enter this cave. This would be for both
Intelligence-based?
audible. Yeah. This would be for both audible and sight-based awareness.
I got a 17.
13 for me.
12 on my end.
15.
Also 17.
That's very good. Very good. So everyone who got 15 or higher, you hear some mutterances far in the distance in the cave. This is in a language that you do not speak. Give me one moment, please.
Could it be a language that Samson speaks?
It's not primordial,
Okay.
but good question. And looking around the cave, you don't see any bone fragments or drag marks, like what Barrow is looking for.
Hmm.
Guys,
It
I think there's someone in
sounds-
the cave.
Ooh, Hati. What languages do you speak?
That's what I was checking. I do. Wait, where did I write that down?
Oh, you speak Sylvan and Common. Okay, never mind. It's a language that none of you understand, but Hati is familiar with this dialect of language, though he does not speak it himself. It invokes memories that are far beyond his recollection when he was just a wee baby.
I'm just a wee baby. I see. Like, I definitely think there's someone in that cave, and they sound vaguely familiar.
And the people who got, I think there was a couple 17s and around there. So those of you who got that high of a perception check, though you can't understand the words being muttered, and it's far enough away that even if you could speak the language, it would be hard to make out. It sounds like a sad and timid nature. That's the emotion you get from the tone.
I wonder if it sounds like it's babbling.
Does it sound
Uh,
like a child or just like a sort of quieter voice?
Quieter voice. You're not sure if it's a child or not.
Okay.
It doesn't sound human, that's for sure.
Hati,
Or
you
at
said the
least
voice
any
sounds...
humanoid you've spoken to. Sorry, Jens.
Hati, you said the voice sounded familiar. Familiar how? Like it's someone you know?
No, it's just the words that they're speaking. It's almost like I can almost understand it. Almost.
Maybe it's like a type of dwarven.
Oh, I mean that's very long. I was thinking it could be like giant or something because I did have a lot of friends. I
Oh.
had a really good friend, if I remember. Do I recall
Vero,
that?
you know it's not giant because you would
Yeah,
understand it.
I speak giant. Well, I speak giant, and this isn't anything that I recognize.
Oh, then I have no idea.
Curious.
I've blocked out all my memories of. I just don't remember anything as a kid.
It does sound timid, which, I mean, obviously perfect for a trap. But I will say that oddly enough, our experience in this place does seem to be consistent that things that sound too gleeful are often foul, and things that sound timid, at least as far as we can tell, have turned out to be relatively innocent.
Yes.
Yeah,
We need
I
to
mean,
help the weak, and it seems like this place, this entire realm is evil is on the rise. Evil has won, so if it's happy, it's probably evil.
That gives me a horrible thought that that's the fate destined for the world.
No. That's why we're here. We're changing that, Jens. Don't worry.
exactly.
Now let's go see who this is, because I don't know what you're talking about. I can't hear anything.
Lead on.
But let's go figure out who's making this noise that you guys are hearing and help them out.
That way-ish. Carry on.
You
Exactly.
guys wander down the cave and you continue to hear the sound as though it's as close as it was before. Everyone roll an investigation check as you guys continue down the cave.
Investigation.
19. Gold dies working for me.
17.
Oh,
12.
not 20.
Hey!
So that's an 18.
Nice.
18 and 19 I think were the highest ones I heard. Did anyone get higher than 12, or was it just Orpheus who got 12 on the die? Okay. So Hati and Jens, you deduce that this cave must be really echoey, as the sound seems to be bouncing off the cave walls. Hati and Jens, you both thought it might have been magic, and you kind of looked at each other and had a moment. You're like, nah, it's just acoustics. So even though it sounds like you're not getting closer, you are, but whatever it is just having an insane echo effect throughout this cave. And just to give you a size of the cave, it's about size enough for a large creature comfortably, but then a huge creature if they really squished. And you guys keep walking for a while and eventually approach a dead end. You're still hearing the wails like they're beyond the rock face in front of you.
I assume it's dark in here.
Yeah, but you guys all have dark vision, so you're seeing in
Yeah.
grayscale.
I'm just gonna touch myself and cast light,
Classic.
brighten it up a little bit.
When we were listening to that echo down the passageway, I think Jens would muse to everyone. Strange that there's such an echo through this hall, and the monster itself is named for an echo. I wonder if there's some connection to that, like a despairing echo coalesces into the monster.
Interesting.
Just a thought.
Well, I mean,
And
we're
then-
also helping out someone who's talking a lot. I don't know. The babble maybe it's a bunch of babbling. Who knows? It's sound seems to be the prevailing theme on this mountain, it seems like.
And I mean, sorry, I lost my train of thought all over again. In keeping with yours and Vero's preferred methods, if it is the tone of the echo that influences the monster of the mountain than aiding the source and changing their tenor could alleviate that problem as well. Do you know what I mean? Do you follow?
You mean from a tenor to an alto, or from a tenor to a fiver?
Sorry, perhaps I mean timbre or tone.
Hmm.
Basically, if we make the sad person happy, then instead of a screaming monster,
We've got
I
a
mean,
friendly monster?
maybe a friendly monster. That seems like a little bit too much to hope for,
You
but
know,
you never know.
I'm just
An
gonna
ambivalent
walk.
monster is perhaps within our grasp.
let's just help whoever seems to be upset, and
I'm
we'll
gonna
take it from
walk to
there.
the dead end and just kind of put my hand on the wall to see if there's like, can I
Your
kind
hand
of
goes
hear?
through the wall.
Guys,
We
I
can
found the
do the
way.
Dark Soul rolls towards it.
Yeah, Hattie!
And
Hit
we'll just
Pat
start
the head.
rolling into all the walls from now on. All right, I'm gonna touch this wall as we walk along. Jens, do you want to touch the other wall so that we don't miss anything?
I sure that looks a little. Never mind, and I go along and touch the wall.
So you guys walk through this illusory wall, and inside, well, past this illusion, you see this bulbous sort of room that has what appear to be sort of bookshelves, and there are some books on them as well as some weird magical trinkets. And when I say bookshelves, it's really just etchings in the rock to put the books on. Everything is stone. And you see what appears to be a cobbled or chiseled out of the cave sort of stone desk, and weeping over that desk is a beholder facing away from you guys.
It's Babel.
It could be Babel. Or everyone is going to roll initiative.
I'm gonna like
Hello?
We were told that Babel's a beholder.
You were told Babel's a
Ah.
beholder.
Yeah.
the Babel holder.
The
The
Babel
Babel
holder.
Although some of you have seen beholders before, and you recognize this beholder as being smaller than your typical beholder. One might even say a whole size smaller.
Nice. Babel? I just speak towards it.
Okay. How loud would you speak? This thing's weeping effectively right now, and it's pretty loud. Would you say it pretty loud, or would you say it pretty quietly?
Pretty quietly. I'm not going to looking at the parties like Babel?
Babel.
Sound, sort of whispering to the party. Sound is kind of a theme. Orpheus, do you want to try and play a happier tune by way of introduction?
All I have is this horn, and I don't really know how to play music on the horn. I'm gonna start trying to play a happy sound on the horn.
Roll a performance check, please.
Boy. 21.
You play the happiest tune, and this beholder turns around, and you see that this thing can't, because it's missing its eye. Well, it can see because it has all the other eyes on its tentacles going around, but the big face-sized eye that a beholder normally has is not there, and instead it has just a crevice in its face where the eye should be. And this
I'm
thing
gonna like
turns
do a sad trumpet sound and like put it down.
this thing turns
no.
around at you and says basically something you can't understand, but it speaks in its tone and dialect changes from something that Hati vaguely is familiar with to something he's never heard before, and it's just sounding like as it's speaking in a language you guys don't understand.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
I almost took it and I didn't, like a fool.
Jens has had it from
I
day one.
begin casting a spell. Wait, is it ritual?
It's a ritual,
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
take 10 minutes
Yeah,
and
I
cast
begin
it.
casting a ritual spell.
Eh,
Comprehend languages.
Ah!
While Jens is doing that, I'm gonna go up to Hati and like pat him on the back and be like, Solara guided you. She was with us.
Oh, that's what it was. I mean, I just
Yeah.
wanted to touch the wall, but yeah, I guess,
Well,
you know.
Through this cave, we got to the cave, we got through it because of your leadership guided by Solara. I'm impressed.
Okay, I guess, I am working towards my way. I'm learning from you guys. I'm glad. This is,
Orpheus and Jens, make note of what your charisma is normally, but your charisma is reduced by -1
Why?
because your faces are ugly.
Oh no.
I don't
Uh,
sugarcoat it. Just really.
yeah.
Well, it's because
I'm
of the
also
curse, but
Cyrus is going to step up still while Jens is preparing this spell and just start talking to the beholder in front of me.
it hasn't stopped speaking in the language that none of you are familiar with. It's still going on and on, but you can
That's
talk to
fine.
it if you like.
I'll talk back without
Okay.
understanding what it's saying. Just like, hi, my name is Cyrus. These are my friends. And I'm gonna go like gesture to each person and introduce them. Like this is Orpheus, Jens, Vero, Hati, and Samson. And we came here because we heard that you were in some trouble. That there's this mean old dragon that we happen to see outside named Echo, and we're gonna see if there's anything we can do to help you. But unfortunately, I don't understand what you're saying, and it doesn't seem like you understand what I'm saying. So Jens, our friend over here, is helping solve that problem a little bit. But yeah, it's great to meet you. I've heard such good things from Bo, and yeah, it's great to meet your acquaintance.
You also forgot Ryan.
I haven't seen Ryan in a while. We're letting him be back there doing his own thing. Don't call attention to him. He's a little self-conscious sometimes.
So you say all the kind words, and it appears to not understand you, but understand your tone and your intentions. Through your body language and the tone of your voice, all those things are registered. And Jens, you finish casting this spell, and then you start, and only Jens hears this. You start to hear, and if we don't do something soon, the entire plane is going to be engulfed in a madness that darkens us, or in a darkness that maddens us all. That's why
Panic.
I'm
The
waiting
stakes.
here for the chosen ones to help me, but alas, they have never shown up. If you see them, please let me know. Send them my way. And he continues on saying about how uh, I lost my eye. It's the one thing that allows me to speak to any being, and now I am forced to stay inside this mountain, a shell of my former self.
Right.
You can't talk to it.
I am fully aware of that. Jens is fully aware of that.
What's he saying, Jens?
So the stakes are substantial, as we know.
Yeah, medium rare.
Cyrus, be
Pardon? What?
serious.
Sorry. You said you were talking about steaks.
Oh,
I'm
was that a
hungry.
joke?
I haven't eaten in a while. Sorry.
Oh, that was actually quite good. Just let me know the
Thanks.
next time before you make a joke.
Okay.
So I'm ready for it.
Okay, yeah. I'll let you know next time.
Where was I? Right.
Steaks.
Stakes. Normally, Babel says that they could communicate with any being, but they require their eye to do so. Babel is under the impression that only the chosen ones can help them.
I mean, we're the chosen
That's
ones, right?
probably us.
It's
And I'm gonna
absolutely
like
us.
point to Babel and then like it's us. We got you.
Can
I
you?
mean, I think it's probably a myth, but we're capable and we can certainly take it on.
We can help.
Yeah,
That's what
does-
we're here for that.
Does Babel know how to write?
You don't know, you can't ask since you can't communicate with the creature, but what you do know is that in this system, D&D, if you can speak a language, you can also read and write that language. So
Does that mean that sorry, Babel has books.
Yes.
Babel can't read.
Well, Babel has lots of eyes on the tentacles.
But like if Babel is unable to speak languages, Babel can't read the languages anymore.
No, Babel can still speak. It's just the eye, according to what Yen said, allows him to be able to speak to any being.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
was wondering. I'm like,
the Babelfish in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Or is it
Wait,
Babelfish?
is it?
I think that's what it's called.
yeah,
Well,
it's like you just like kind of
It like
muted
goes
or-
into your ear. Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry, Swab, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Does
That's
Jens have a blank page in my spellbook?
Yeah, loads. In fact, it's mostly blank pages.
Okay, perfect. That's great. I flip to a blank page, pull up my pen, which I do have.
Yeah.
And I'm going to draw, not write.
Ooh. Pictionary.
I'm gonna set it up like comic panels.
Do you want me to like perform? I used to take
Actually,
acting classes back,
if you just hold that pose, that would actually be quite helpful.
Yeah. Like I took acting classes
Yeah, that's
back,
great. Just
with
pick
my
perfect.
family.
Hold that unusual pose. I think that'll help a lot.
Yeah.
And then that helps me sketch out the six of us because I do just like stick people, but I can put like a bigger one for Samson. I do a shorter one for Hati. I do like the ears for Vero. I do the tail for Orpheus, and then I can put Cyrus in his weird pose.
Okay.
All right, so if you can picture this, I draw I draw Babel with all of us in the cave. That's like the first panel. I
In your picture, does Babel have an eye or not have an eye?
Babel does not have an eye. And I think I show Babel with a speech bubble with an arrow. And then the next panel is all of us again with an arrow. And then the next panel is us with the eye and an arrow pointing back the other way. And then the last panel is Babel with their eye in place and all of us around them. And then I do like little heel click stickmen and like little lines to show us jumping around in joy. And I show that to Babel.
So 2 questions. One, do you want to take an extended period of time to make sure you draw this absolutely the way you intend, or do you want to do a performance check to do it quickly and see if you can get the point across?
I think I will. How long do I think it'll take to do like solidly?
Since you're just doing stick figures to make sure that you get everything the way you want it with the level of detail, I'd say it'd take you 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the 10 minutes. That's fine.
Cool.
I'm
So you
gonna
take
be
10 minutes.
like I'm still gonna stay in the pose, but I'm gonna like start gesturing to like you draw like that, or like I don't look like that. Put more muscle on me.
Okay.
More muscle.
Keep holding your pose. You're confusing them.
Sorry. Yeah.
How long does comprehend languages last for?
I think an hour.
Okay.
Yep, 1 hour.
I'd like to take my ink pen and just exclusively just like draw some stars around myself. That's all.
And because I can understand Babel, if they start asking questions about what I'm drawing, then I will add something to like elucidate.
Now, is Babel watching him draw?
Yeah, Babel's watching
Okay.
watching him draw, as he doesn't feel threatened by you guys. So you draw this out, and Babel has all eyes on the page and isn't paying attention and nodding along as you draw this, and just kind of looks back at you, and then in that same like very, very deep guttural speech, says some words, and to the rest of you it just kind of sounds like "Brrr." But to Jens, he's saying in the most incredulous voice, "You're the chosen ones?"
So rude.
Jens shrugs. Hey everyone, Babel is asking if we're the chosen ones.
Oh, yeah.
Nod, shake your heads or
Yeah.
shrugs as you believe.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Of
This is
course.
what I was taken from to the Fae for.
Yeah,
That's my journey
kind of
all
has like a little shrug, a little bit of a shake of the head.
I'm
Babel
gonna
kind of
like
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna go up and like put a hand on like Jens's shoulder and like sort of rock him forwards and back to like make him nod. Like, yes, we are.
Vero's gonna just say not quietly, but like not loudly, but subtly to Jens, why don't you draw the other sages and what we did for them? That might help
Ooh.
That's
Babel understand
an
what we're
excellent
capable of.
idea.
So
And I
wise.
do so at
So
once.
wise.
And Cyrus is going to start miming out and doing like a play reenactment of how we saved the eyes and returned the crystal and like all of our heroic deeds
All
and
with
like do
interpretive
this.
dance.
Well, it's going to be a completely silent play. Yeah.
I'm actually gonna be like fairly impressed by this, and I'm gonna go help Cyrus out with that.
All right, Cyrus, roll a performance check with advantage.
All right.
And as everyone's doing this, Babel is looking around with all of his tentacles and just kind of says like, well, heroes we deserve, I suppose. But
Wow.
in the language that none of you understand, but Jens gets.
Cyrus
Jens
just
laughs.
assumes that that he's applauding Cyrus and Orpheus of our enactment because I rolled a 21 and we
Nice.
did an
Hey.
amazing performance.
I think with that, and then Jens, you take another 10 minutes to just draw out the feats you guys did. So you get like
Yeah.
the eyes, bringing the eyes back to the Seer of Truth, and then the big gem or crystal that you guys got back for the gorge.
And we can use the hammer as a prop in the play. This is great.
Yeah. Samson gets in there and starts demonstrating. It's like, oh, everyone's interested in my club. I see.
Yeah, of course.
I too am
Nice.
interested in my club.
Yes. I think that was the whole reason we went on this quest, was so I could get this club.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So you guys take another 10 to do all that, and Babel kind of like takes all this in, nods his big floating head or whole body, whatever you like, a couple times, and then kind of floats over to the bookshelf and starts selecting through some books and pulls one off the shelf and hands it to Cyrus.
Oh,
Cyrus,
I
this
will
book
graciously accept.
is written in common.
Oh, nice.
And it is titled The Heroes of the Underworld.
I'll just skip to the end where I know that our names are going to be next. No, I'll start opening it and leafing through, trying to see if there's any particular section that Babel wants me to turn to, but I'll just peruse it.
So you just kind of start at the beginning, just like da 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 da.
Well, like I'll see if there's like an index or something. Like I'll like if there's a table of contents or something, I'll like see if Babel suggests where I should start.
It appears to be a handwritten book, which
Okay.
just starts. So there's There is a name at the beginning of the book. You assume this is the author. Ask me about it later. And you just kind of like go past it really quick. And you continue to flip through. It kind of talks about stuff that happened many, many eons ago, you'd imagine, because it all seems very unrelated to what you're talking about. And you see Babel sort of make a gesture like kind of you think to flip to through to a certain spot.
I'll
Skip it,
flip to like
brother.
halfway through.
Yeah. You flip through, and then eventually you come across something that catches your eye as it's a title of one of the pages. It's almost doesn't look like a title. The only thing that separates it is this book, you notice, has no paragraph structure or anything like that. It's just fluid flowing text, but this has a line separating it, which makes you think it's a title. And it says The Rise of Ocarus.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
Cyrus
Babel
is gonna have
stops you there, and
flashbacks.
It's on page 17.
it's actually on page 1717.
And
Oh.
on line
Oh.
17.
On line 17, yes.
Word 17.
Uh,
All right. Well, Cyrus is gonna like go pale a little bit at this point. Just and then he's gonna like just read through everything, look up at Babel and just be like, what?
Babel just taps the page twice, kind of to indicate read, stupid.
Hey, and I'm gonna start reading.
Do you want to read this carefully or skim it?
I'm gonna read it very carefully.
So you guys are in the cave for about another, like, it feels like about an hour or so.
Can I
And,
heal people while this goes on?
Yes, you can.
Who,
But I
who
was gonna
needs
say
healing?
Orpheus and Jens lose another point of charisma.
No.
Oh boy.
You know
As
that
Yeah, this
bit
really
in,
hurts the bard.
in like Howl's Moving Castle where he's like, I see no point in living if I can't be beautiful.
Just remember to mark what your charisma was so that you can go back if this gets fixed.
If
If
Are you saying, sorry, when you're saying -1, is that to the score or to the modifier?
To the score.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Their
great.
their
So-
faces
so
are getting uglier
It's
as
getting
time
worse.
goes on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's visually just hussing more.
Jens
Getting-
will go up to Babel and just like point.
I am like
Face.
aggressively pointing at my
Okay, yeah.
face.
Babel
And
says
then one of these.
Babel looks at you and just says, "Oh no. Oh no, 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 no."
Oh
Oh
no!
wait, it's been over an hour. You can't. Oh no, let's say you did this while everything was going on. So you still have the thing because there's time in there. So he says, "Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Here." And he goes over to the bookshelf and grabs a separate book. And just it's also written in common. And it took him a while to find this one, and it says The Underdark: Things to Know and Things to Avoid.
Nice.
He actually flips to a page for you, and you see an illustration of the creature that you fought. And it has almost like an anthropological description of this creature. And roughly what it says is, these foul beasts can be found in the northern east of the underworld, and then in parentheses, or however navigation works down here. They are vicious beings that do not speak, but only wish to produce by making more of themselves. They can only do this to incapacitated creatures. To do so, they must utter some words of curse close to their ears while they're incapacitated. Once the curse is set in, it is only a matter of hours before the being loses their head, quite literally. And
This is Baldur's Gate. Sorry.
Wait, this happens in Baldur's Gate?
Not really. Sorry.
Okay.
Spoilers.
That's
I
okay.
haven't
I
played it
haven't
yet.
gotten to that point yet.
And it says, in order to avoid the progression of the curse, stay in sunlight at all times. And then in parentheses says, though this is almost an impossible task in the Underdark as there is no sun.
Are
And
we in
it
the
says,
Underdark?
or sorry, not Underworld. Sorry, not Underdark. I misspoke. Underworld is my name for the abyss, the thing you guys are in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for catching me on that. That was good. And it says there is only a few ways to deal with such curse. If you are not capable of doing so yourself, you're going to need to seek the aid of a sage that can help. And it lists out some things that Yen's already deduced, which is you need something like a greater restoration, remove curse. And it says kind of later on, or even a wish, but who would waste a wish on something like this?
I would.
It says also some neat hacks that they've encountered for stupid ways to slow this curse is to use spells like time stop and other things that slow the progression of time. But they recommend something simpler like the daylight spell if you want to prolong yourself, which Jens is familiar with and knows it's a 3rd level spell as well.
So close,
God,
but so
that might as well
far.
remove curse.
Jens? What kind of save would this be? What would halt a panic attack or like a
Oh, you're trying not to
small-
flip out?
trying not to flip out, yeah.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking wisdom or charisma.
Yeah.
Wisdom is bad.
Yeah, wisdom's pretty
Yep.
bad.
I got a 10. I got 15 on the die.
Everyone can notice that Jens is visibly upset and inside might be having a panic attack, but externally seems to be holding it together.
I think on a 10 because Orpheus is standing next to Jens looking at this book. Orpheus hears Jens like say over and over, like at least 3 or 5 times, just like I should be enough. I should be enough. I should be enough.
Orpheus, if you'd like to, you could read the page too, because you also speak.
Okay. I will like see how distressed Jens looks and like find like the place where it says like remove curse and sort of aggressively point at it and then point at Babel and then point back at it and then point at Babel and just sort of keep doing this until they react.
Yeah, Babel looks at you with a sadness in his not eye, but in his tentacle eyes. And Jens, who can still understand Babel for the next little while here, hears Babel say, in my current state, I am not able to cast any of these spells to help you, unfortunately, gesturing to the lack of eye. But deeper in this cave system, you might find a benevolent wizard who can. And if you can't
Jens.
find them, maybe you can find a champion that is lost to these caves.
Okay.
All right. Can you recap a couple things for me? So, daylight slows it down, but it's either like a full daylight spell or finding light, but there hasn't been any like
Sunlight specifically is what it
yeah,
says.
there hasn't been any sunlight.
You don't think the sun exists
outside,
in this
right?
plane?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Only you knew someone who was connected to the sun, like a descendant of the literal sun. But
I just
it's
want to
fine.
say now that you guys
Hey,
know the
that
daylight
would be really
thing,
helpful.
the message that Cyrus got was supposed to be like a very metaphorical way of saying stay in the sun to avoid this.
What sun?
Yeah.
There was no sun.
There was no sun.
I have no
Grandma's
son.
not here to help.
Well,
She can tell you what's wrong, but she won't help.
The other question I had, I know you said so already. How long do we have?
It doesn't say exactly mechanically, but I will tell you guys because the book is going to give you as much information as you would get as characters. But what it says is once your face becomes unrecognizable to the person you once were, your head will detach. And mechanically speaking, it's when your charisma reaches a value of 2.
Oh, fuck.
Jeez.
How far away are you guys?
Well, Jens is a lot closer than Orpheus.
Yep.
I think Orpheus has still got a ways to go.
And so far, how
is Babel able to hold the pen and write with it?
Yep. Babel can write, but it'll only be in languages Babel knows.
Yep, that's fine. I don't need Babel to write. I want Babel to draw. So I go to a fresh page. I put a little quick compass rose in the corner. And then I put in like the little legend, I put a stick man with a pointy hat and robes and a staff like a wizard. And then I hand the pen to Babel.
Babel knows what you're getting at and doesn't take the pen, but goes over to the bookshelf. And from the bookshelf goes down and you see there's some scrolls there and hands you a scroll. And it's not well labeled, but you can tell this is some sort of sketch of the network of this mountain. It's quite detailed, but you notice there are some images similar to what you draw with stick figures. There's one that's like a circle with a big eye in it. You think that's Babel's current position. And then there's another one that seems to be a little bit down from where you are that seems to have a pointy hat individual. And Babel just kind of like points to where you guys are and points to where the stickman is and then kind of traverses the path with his eye or tentacle.
I give one of these and then I say to everyone, everyone, I don't know how much of this you caught. Orpheus and I are in imminent danger of death. We need to run as fast as we possibly can to this spot right here. And I point at the wizard and run out the room.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
let's go. Let's go.
Okay, let's run.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Cyrus, you have gotten about like 5 minutes through the book so far because all this
Sure.
is happening at the beginning.
Yeah. I'm going to like half-heartedly try and give back the book and see if Babel's going to take it or if he's going to offer that I hold on to it as I want to like join my companions.
Babel looks at you and then looks back at Jens, who can still understand Babel, and says, I figured you must have cast a spell somewhat like comprehend language since you seem to be getting something I've said, so I'll say this to you. Bring back my goddamn eye, or don't come back at all.
2 thumbs
And
up, little bow.
And then he says, Echo has it. Good luck.
Fuck.
I don't relay that to anyone. We're focused right now. We'll deal with Echo having the eye later.
Okay.
I'm glad we'll have the charisma to convince him.
Oh, it's
I'm-
all right. Vero's still got the charisma to convince him.
We still got one Riz party member here.
I'm a kind of Riz.
So
I
just
think negative riz doesn't count.
Jens
Wow.
and Orpheus add one back because I took one off preemptively when Cyrus read all that stuff. So we'll have you go back up one and then I'll know that when time passes, I'll take it off again because I don't want to forget between now and the next session and then just like do you guys dirty by removing another one, especially for Yen's sake, who is at very close risk of losing his head.
Really close to death, guys.
Oh my
no.
god.
Wait, what?
Hey,
What
but
is
you
it?
found Babel.
Yeah, we found
Yay.
Babel. That's true. Actually,
We
and
did.
in finding Babel, that is some incredibly clutch information that we got.
Yes.
It's true.
So it seems like Babel didn't want the book on Ocarus back, so Cyrus is
No,
gonna
he's
take
kind
it.
of letting you know that you can hold on to it
Yeah.
because the
Okay.
information in there is important.
Cool.
Can I do
Um,
those medicine checks now for?
Yeah.
So
you-
how
as we're
long?
running?
How long did we spend in
You-
there, and how many
Alright.
can I do?
You had 10 minutes, so that is 100.
Okay, so Hati, did you take damage?
I'm good now.
You're good, Orpheus?
Yeah, I have one.
You have one. So I always forget. Okay, so that's a 12. So I think that heals one.
Thank you.
And then can I heal Jens or Cyrus? They were both pretty active over these
I
last
was just
I'm
sitting and
good.
reading a book for a while.
I think I'll allow it, considering that you can heal them when they're actively in combat. So this is probably less
Right,
dangerous.
a
so
little
than
bit
that.
easier.
Cyrus, you
Yeah.
have a couple wounds, right?
Yeah, I only have one.
You
I
have one,
might have
okay.
touched myself when no one was looking.
Okay.
That's the best time.
I just rolled an 18, so you're good. And
Cool.
then you're okay, Jens?
Yep.
Okay,
Thank you.
so all
And is
healed
Samson
up.
good?
Oh, it's Samson,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, Samson is good because I believe I was like,
I
oh no,
assume
Samson
nothing.
has 1 point of piercing.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. 18 on the first roll. I'm just rolling so good right now. And then I've got 1 point of damage if somebody wants to, who wasn't
I
can-
think,
busy.
yeah, Hati's the only one currently not doing stuff.
Yeah.
We can do a little healing
then-
circle.
Mm-hmm. And it's medicine. Got
so it's
that minus
intelligence, though.
5.
No,
Oh, it's
intelligence
intelligence.
for the med kits, it's always intelligence.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, that would be very, very, very difficult constantly.
Well, not gonna do it the first time round. So 1 use done. Not gonna do the second time round.
Oh no.
98 to go.
Not gonna do it the third time round.
Oh no.
97
gonna
healing
do
kits
it
on the
the
wall.
fourth.
97 healing kits. Take
Okay,
one
still
down, spread
going.
it around.
You only
95
need a
kits of healing on
10.
the wall.
I have a -2. Okay, after 6 uses, I
Oh,
got it.
Hey.
Took you a full minute, but you got there.
I got there.
Perfect, thank
Just
you.
breaking like little syringes and things. Like
Wraps
wasting
the
so
very
much
bad.
bandage.
Weird.
This is not my role.
Tries pulling out the gauze and it just all falls on the floor.
You know, like when cats get a hold of toilet paper? That's Hati with the gauze.
It's like at one point it just stuck around my hand. I'm like, wait, what?
Where did my cat go? She just had the zoomies.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. She's having a good window watch.
Nice.
Or bug hunt, maybe.
All right, well, time
I
to
guess
dash through the halls. Well, I guess maybe if now's a good stopping point.
Yeah, we'll stop here with you guys at Babel's Lair, and then next session we'll pick up with you guys trying to save your fellow party members from becoming headless.
How many hours do we have, Riley?
I don't know. I think 5.
Yeah, a little less than 5.
okay.
oh no.
That's
You
a
know,
lot of
we're going
rounds
to
of
be
combat.
running through the halls. We'll be fine.
We'll be
You've got a
fine.
map. We'll be good.
We just gotta find a wizard or a champion.
And honestly, if we go
wizard.
outside and just make some noise, I think Echo will find us. So, we should be okay.
Echoes seem to be flying surprisingly slow. Might take them 5 hours to get to us.
That's
Well,
fair.
then you're going to die because
No, that's why
there's
we're
nothing
gonna
we
find
can
the
do.
wizard.
Yeah, you
guess
guys
we
need to
wanna
go to the wizard
split up.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Babel said that, well, I guess I wouldn't have heard this, but Jens would have potentially heard that Babel could solve the problem if he had his eye.
If we
Yeah.
get the eye back, yeah. But that seems
That's-
like a longer thing, especially if we did go deal with the dragon,
Yeah.
which I have not mentioned to the rest of the party
Right.
because I
yes.
want us focused.
Yeah, Jens is
I-
like, we need to get my situation sorted out.
Oh,
And maybe also Orpheus.
also Orpheus. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Friends come first.
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
Also-
thanks, guys.
I have
Sorry,
to
Clyde.
set the record straight because at the beginning of the session, I said that Bo told us to take Babel Bridge. I'm looking at my notes and he told us not to take Babel Bridge, but then it was
What?
like, but you might not have any other choice. So, well,
Whoa.
what are you going to do? But it was like a very clear, like, don't take that bridge. It's covered in demons. They're going to kill you.
Hmm.
And then once we got onto the bridge, we are like, he said it was covered in demons, but I'm pretty sure it'll be okay.
I don't see
Nice.
any.
I know.
Sounds like the perfect time to do a history check for our own memories.
Well, hey, now you have a lore book of the entire underworld, so that could come in handy.
That
Yeah.
will definitely
That's
come in
pretty great.
handy.
Well, lore for heroes, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe we should start our next session with a nice long rest and get our spell slots back.
That would
That
be a
would
bad
be
idea.
nice.
In the
That
with
would
the
be
5
a
hours
bad-
we have
A
to
nice
save Vince.
fast cut to Jens's death.
I know.
Yes, sir.
what if we
Jens
need a
Barrel wants his
spell?
spell slots. Do you mind just losing your head real quick?
We have spell slots at home.
We don't even know if you'll die if your head explodes in the underworld.
Exactly. You could just become headless, which would be kind of cool.
What
it
if
doesn't
Barrow...
it doesn't explode. This is a key thing that you guys would have picked up from reading the book. Your head detaches and it grows bat wings and you become one of those creatures.
Oh, see? It's not all bad.
Exactly.
So if we cut the wings off and reattach your head, you'll
Yeah.
go back to normal.
Yeah,
That's how that works.
that's medicine.
We'll just mutilate your head.
Makes sense to me.